So it is on to tonight's program, Birds of SLO, Part 1 with Dave Keeling. For those of you who are new to these, for 13 years, Dave Keeling's been soliciting and then curating a show of photographs of local birds taken in the county by our outstanding photographers during the previous year. You are in for quite a treat tonight. So take it away, Dave.
Okay, I think I will. Thank you all very much for being here. I'm going through the clicking I have to do. And let's see if we don't have a gorgeous summer tanager to look at. Should there be some new people out there? I hope there are. The name explains most things. They're on the right-hand side of the screen right now. There's a baker's dozen names of photographers. They have taken pictures of birds. They have taken those pictures in the county of San Luis Obispo last year. And tonight I'm going to show the ones that were taken from January through May. And while we're showing them, Oliver Glynn will be playing the piano, be a test for you to see if you recognize the first piece that goes with the program. And the first part of the program, very short. It's a preview of the second half that will be shown this October. Just a couple minutes long. And Oliver, if you're out there and you're ready, let the music begin. Okay. If you didn't enjoy that, there's no hope whatsoever for you. Do I have to do? Okay, if I'm still, excuse me, I need to do the share screen over again. Pardon me. Okay. Some of you would recognize the William Tell Overture, but me, it's the theme from The Lone Ranger, a very, very, very old television program. So here is my encouragement to use chat tonight. And I add that it adds a more personal aspect to the program that I miss very much from having to do this in the Zoom format. And as a historical note, I was the first program canceled because of COVID in the Morro Coast Audubon Society. So I have that distinction. In the first long portion of tonight's program, we have two groups of birds. First ones will be, I call 13 for 13s. And these are birds that have been in every program of Birds of San Luis Obispo. If you think about it, of course, that means they're somewhat common, but you'll be surprised. There's a second thing about the group of 13 for 13s, and that is they might be quite uncommon, but handsome and reliable, at least in one place, at least at one time during the year. Up in the very top right-hand corner of the screen, you'll see a 13 for 13 for all these birds. When they're done, we'll jump right into, no pause, the group of rarely photographed birds for January through May. And they will end with, I think it's a county first, Streak-backed Oriole. That is a rare bird. So I take a deep breath. I ask Oliver if he's ready, and we will go with the 13 for 13s. That's just so incredible. I love you just the way you are. Oh, goodness, that was fun. The it makes a huge difference to the presenter when I'm not having technical issues. Can I just say that? Okay, so that's an awesome beginning. In the next portion of the program, we have little breaks like this. In case you're having some wine, it's a good time to pour another glass. In this portion, we have somewhat of a first. Most of the time, our pictures need no talking. They need music. But tonight we have an exception, and we're going to celebrate that exception. It's just amazing. Alice Cahill had some absolutely amazing experiences with some American Kestrels, and she has graciously agreed to say a few words about this series of photos. So Alice, you're on.
Okay, I'm here. Well, I just had an amazing experience observing a pair of kestrels last spring. It all began when I was out on one of my photo walks in the morning on March 9th, and I saw an entire sequence of the kestrels mating. And that inspired me to return again and again. Over the course of the next 3 months, I returned to the site 21 times and spent at least 50 hours observing them. I had to walk about a mile to get to the nest site, where I set up my camera on a tripod and sat in a small folding chair and waited. There was a lot of just sitting and waiting when not much was happening. I was shooting using my longest lenses, so I felt I was far enough away that I didn't disturb the kestrel's behavior. After a few visits, I began keeping a kestrel log of what I observed. I tried to photograph every time one of the adults flew in or out of the nest hole, and I made notes of this activity when I got home and went through my photos. I saw the male bring food to the female at the nest hole in mid-April, so I'm guessing the eggs were laid shortly before that time. By mid-May, both male and female were actively bringing food to the nest and dropping it off. And this activity became almost frantic after all the young had hatched. I saw the first baby pop up at the rim of the nest on June 1st, and by June 4th, there were 4 young ones up and begging for food. Just during the time I was there observing them, I counted 172 food deliveries to the young. And that's pretty mind-boggling. Can you imagine just how many hunts those 2 parents did over the course of raising their young? They brought in a variety of prey: bugs, crickets, potato bugs, centipede, lizards, and either newts or skinks. And when I arrived on June 8th, 1 chick was sitting on a nearby branch and 3 were still on the rim of the nest. I observed lots of helicopter flapping, and later that morning, all the chicks had flown off the nest and were scattered about in the nearby trees. It was a happy, sad moment to realize that they were all fledged and my kestrel time was at an end. It was truly an amazing experience.
Awesome. A huge thank you, thank you, thank you. It's just so cool. Our continuation of this middle portion of the program, Alice will be around to answer questions should you have some at the end of the program. But that was the talking pictures part. Following now will be birds that are not 13 for 13. And I can't find anything much in common with them other than we forgot to take a picture of them at least 1 year during the presentations. And following the not 13 for 13s and ending this segment will be something I call Family Matters. It will be the rest of the contributing photographers' sets of pictures associated with mating and nesting and some really cute babies. We've got some babies that might be cuter than those kestrels, but we'll see. Anyway, that's what's coming up next. Oliver, if you're, look for at the end of this, at the Family Matters, if we get it right, a very nice Stevie Wonder song you might know. Okay, ready? And here we go. That was awesome, if I do say so myself. Screen share. Okay, I'm catching my breath. This is the last segment of the presentation. In it, what I call featuring. What I've done is I've saved and collected some photos from each of the contributing photographers and grouped them together by photographer. This is a little bit hard because they contribute vastly different numbers of photographs, and in particular, 2 of them. Almost all of the photographs they did contribute are in the October program. They were June through December photos. But nevertheless, I will have at least a few from everybody. And you'll notice a photo of each of the contributing photographers to help turn their names into faces. Mixed in with this finale, the last of things, will be thank yous. My thank yous to the contributing photographers, to Oliver, who's just amazing, and to the Marcos Audubon Society people who graciously allow me to do this program. And when it's over, I stand ready to answer any questions you might have. Oliver and Alice are ready to answer questions that you might have. And we urge one last time, just fill that chat box up even further. And let's get underway, Oliver, and the last part of the program, featuring. Okay. The finishing song was a request. I think Oliver learned it just for this program. I want to thank him again. And I'm all finished. We're ready for questions, but I did want to thank everyone who tuned in and watch. I hope you enjoyed it.